Korea's top story today isn't just a chip story, it's a signal about where the economy is heading. SK Hynix is buying back 40 trillion won of its own shares and canceling every one of them. Pause. It is also showing a memory design that cuts costs by 78%. The won just moved back into the 1,300 range for the first time in 10.5 months. And Hanwha sold K9 howitzers to the United States, the first Korean artillery system to land there. It's Thursday, August 20th. Let's get into one of Korea's top economic stories today. AI data centers are consuming memory faster than suppliers can build it. That demand has handed Korean chipmakers a cash pile they now have to decide what to do with. Shareholders have spent years asking for that answer. Here's what the numbers show. SK Hynix will buy 24.07 million of its own shares on the open market and retire all of them in a program worth 40 trillion won, about $28.6 billion. The company committed to returning more than 50% of free cash flow to shareholders over the next 3 years. SK Hynix also unveiled a hybrid memory design pairing DRAM with NAND-based SSDs, cutting cost by 78%. Matter of fact, the won closed at 1,397.70 to the dollar on Wednesday, down 14.80 or 1.05%. Korea's deposit insurance levy on banks rises 0.05 percentage points to 0.13%, adding about 910 billion won, roughly $651 million, a year from 2028. Hanwha Aerospace won its first U.S. order for the K9 self-propelled howitzer, supplying up to 18 units in a deal worth 366.5 billion won, or about $262 million. So what does this mean for readers following Korea from abroad? Earlier, we said this isn't just a chip story. Here's what that actually means for you. A chipmaker retiring 40 trillion won of stock while the currency strengthens tells you capital is being returned at home rather than parked offshore. That is a structural shift, not a one-quarter headline. 3 things to watch: SK Hynix's buyback execution schedule across the next 3 years, the won's next test at the 1,390 line, and whether banks pass the higher deposit levy to customers before 2028. That's today's AI Prism Front Page Daily. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a Won Ifra award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.